and self-actualization in OE, identifying key factors like access to devices. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Salisu Shamwil Bala as I invite the Vice Chancellor. Salisu Bala's personal reflection. Completing a PhD program is a profound achievement to me, reflecting years of dedication, research, and growth. My training in the Department of Library and Information Science at Adeleke University Ede inculcated in me the deeper insights needed for skill honing and invaluable relationship building. I am bold to say that I am now a top-notch librarian and library and information specialist per excellence. I invite Chief Dr. Mrs. Modukwe Adeleke Sonny.
Next is Adeagbo Sarafaddin Adiremi.
Adeagbo Sarafaddin. Area of specialization, journalism, broadcast, and strategic communication. It was supervised by Professor Sunday Alawode and co-supervised by Dr. Bisi Olaomi. It will be ruled by Dr. Bisi Olaomi and Dr. Ogundeji. Summary of findings. The study investigated the impact of social media gender equality advocacy on marriage in Southwest Nigeria. The findings reveal that such advocacy contributes to marriage failure, but also increase couples' participation in decision making. The study provides empirical evidence on the complex effects of gender equality advocacy in marital outcome, contributing to the existing literature. I present to you Adeagbo Sarafaddin Adiremi, and I invite the Vice Chancellor.
You can now hold a candidate.
Candidate personal reflection. Human dignity is golden and must be nurtured in the interest of humanity. Instead of blaming someone, let us rise and do whatever we could to make things better. Note that God gave everyone freedom to choose a path, so make a choice that will be beneficial to all. A study also finds that there is importance in implication for understanding the role of social media in shaping gender dynamics and relationship. I hereby invite Chief Dr. Modukwe Adeleke Sonny. Family members,
next is Ayinla Oluwole Taiwo.
Ayinla Oluwole Taiwo. of the Department of Mass Communication, had the area of specialization, political communication. Thesis title, Newspaper Reportage and Audience Perception of Electoral Violence in the 2022 gubernatorial election in Osun State, Nigeria. He was supervised by Professor Kolade Ajilore and co-supervised by Dr. Bisi Olawumi. The summary of the research. The findings from this study revealed that the press gave much prominence to electoral violence stories, as high percentage of the stories were published on the front pages. Also, it was found out that the direction of their story was in terms of educating the public. The adopted frame for the study, from the study, was electoral frame. The study adopted mixed method of research, content analysis, and survey. There was correlation of reportage of electoral violence stories among the 3 selected newspapers. The perception of electorate towards the 2020 gubernatorial election in Osun State, Nigeria, was positive. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Ayinla Oluwole Taiwo as I invite the Vice Chancellor.
The candidate can now be hooded.
The personal reflection of the candidate. This academic endeavor has taught me this great lesson of life, that no sweat, no sweet. It also shows clearly that God rewards diligence, and quotes Proverbs 22 verse 29. The head of department, Dr. Ogundeji, is representing the main supervisor, Professor Kolade Ajilore. And I invite Chief Doctor Mrs. Modupe Adeleke Soni for the presentation.
Next is Ewuola Philip Olubumi.
Ewuola Philip Olubumi was supervised by Professor Dokumbo Alex Adaja and co-supervised by Dr. Charles Eke. I invite the supervisors to stand behind him. It will be rowed by Dr. Charles Eke and Dr. Ogundeji. Summary of findings. Findings of a study titled Influence of Public Relations Strategies on Industrial Harmony and Productivity in Selected Public Universities in Osun State, Nigeria. Findings shows that public relations strategies such as participatory decision-making, empathic listening, free communication flow, sponsorship of welfare programs and games, rewarding hard works can be used to reduce internal industrial conflict and enhance workers' productivity.
You can now hold a candidate.
Ewuola Phillips' personal reflection. Although the thesis required intense empirical work, the two supervisors provided by their efforts, coupled with support of the faculty and department, made me pull through the study to pull through successfully. The study also contributes to knowledge by providing blueprints of management of public tertiary institutions on how to successfully reduce industrial conflicts in institutions. I hereby call on Chief Dr. Modupe Adeleke Soni. Family members, please come forward.
Next, Jesu Minure, Margaret Damola. Jesu Minure, Margaret Damola.
Jesu Minure Margaret Damola, Department of Mass Communication, Area of Specialization, Development Communication. Thesis title, Media Representation of Religious Conflicts in Nigeria, 2000 to 2022. She was supervised by Professor Lai Osho, although deceased, and Dr. Goke Rauf, and co-supervised by Dr. Charles Eke. Dr. Charles Eke will be joined by Professor Rauf to hood the candidate. I invite them to stand behind. It appears Professor Rauf is represented by the head of department, Dr. Ogundeji. Summary of the research findings. This study revealed that frames employed by the newspapers in the reportage of religious studies, religious conflicts, tilted more towards war journalism approach than peace journalism approach. It further showed that geographical location of newspapers impacted reportage of religious conflicts under study. This study contributes to improving best practices among journalists and other media practitioners in the